Hi friends! I'm going to teach you how to play a game called Battleship, but this is a little bit different than the board game that you might get from the store. We're going to do a simple number battleship. So what you need are some loose parts. Those will be your battleships. So Miss Mary Kate is going to use some nail polishes as her battleships. I'm going to take 5 of those. And then I need paper. This one happens to have grid lines on it, which will be very easy to make my game board, but you can take any piece of blank paper. And then you'll need markers or pens so that you can't cheat later. You don't want to change your mind when you're making your board. And then you can get numbers to look at while you're making your board in case you need that. Okay, so to start, you will need a large book because you don't want your opponent to see you making your board. So I'm going to take good old Stinky Cheese Man. This is a very large book and would obstruct the view if there was somebody sitting across from me. And then we're going to make our board, and we're going to use the numbers 1 through 20. So we're going to draw a board going like this. I'll show you in a second. And make a big square. Okay? And then we're going to make sure that we have 20 boxes on our square. So I'm making 5 rows across, and then we'll do 4 rows going down. It should look like this now. They're not perfect, but it's okay. So I'm going to put now 1 through 20 in my boxes here. So only one number goes in each box. All right. And we will now, there's a total of 20 boxes, 1 through 20, and I wrote them in order. So it'd be easy for me to find them when we're talking about them later in the game. Okay, once you fill out your board, you're going to place your 5 ships on your own board. Okay, and you're not going to tell anyone where they are, except I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to put my ships, I don't know if you can see this, let's see, here we go. I'm going to put my ships on 14, I'll cover up 7 and 5 and 13, my favorite number, and I'll do 20. So they're all in very different spots, but you can trick somebody by putting them next to each other. They usually won't suspect that. Okay? So this is my battleship board. Alright, so now you want to get a scrap piece of paper, just a blank piece of paper is fine, and you'll make a chart for yourself. And this will help you keep track during the game if you get a hit or a miss on a ship. So I'm going to write the words hit, H-I-T, giving you a hint here, or miss. And then I'll make a T shape going down like this. See? Hit or miss. And here's where we're going to write numbers if we hit a ship for the other side, and if we miss a ship if we don't hit anything. Okay, so when both players have their ships in place and they have their charts made, the youngest person is going to go first, and you have to guess a number 1 through 20. And if you hit their ship, you sink it, that means you sink it. You hit their ship, you should write down that number on the side where it says hit on your paper so that you remember you've already said that number. Now, if you say a number and you miss, like there's nothing there on that square on the other person's side, then you don't hit their ship. It's a miss, and you should also write that number down. Write it on the miss side. So if I say to Bobby over here, I'm going to guess number 17. And he says, Miss, there's no ship there. I have to write down 17 so I don't say it again because then I'll waste a turn. Okay? So then if you get 5 hits, that means that you have sunk all of their ships. That means you win. Okay? And if you are the person who wins, give them an air high five so we don't spread germs. And then move your ships around if you want to play another game and get a new piece of scrap paper or do it on a whiteboard so we're not wasting paper. If you want a challenge, you can make another board, and instead of putting your numbers in order from 1 to 20 like Miss Mary Kate did, you can change where these numbers are. Okay? So you, instead of putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you could do 13, 10, 1, 4, 7. You know, those could be like your first few numbers. And then you have to just double check that you have all the numbers 1 through 20 and no repeats on your board. And once you do that, you can start again. So I hope you have fun. Use whatever loose parts you have. You know, go ask your mom for some nail polish if you need to use markers like that. Or you can use game pieces. You could use like checkers. You could use the little characters if you have any of those. You could use little ships if you have real ships. Use them. We can't wait to see how the games go. Send us pictures or videos if you want. Have fun.